Chapter 6. The Master with the Brahmo Devotees. Part 1. October 28, 1882. It was Saturday. The semi-annual Brahmo festival, celebrated each autumn and spring, was being held in Beni Madhavpal's beautiful garden house at Sindhi, about 3 miles north of Calcutta. The house stood in a secluded place suited for contemplation. Trees laden with flowers, artificial lakes with grassy banks, and green arbors enhanced the beauty of the grounds. Just as the fleecy clouds were turning gold in the light of the setting sun, the Master arrived. Many devotees had attended the morning devotions, and in the afternoon, people from Calcutta and the neighboring villages joined them. Shivanath, the great Brahmo devotee, whom the Master loved dearly, was one of the large gathering of members of the Brahmo Samaj, who had been eagerly waiting Sri Ramakrishna's arrival. When the carriage bringing the Master and a few devotees reached the garden house, the assembly stood up respectfully to receive him. There was a sudden silence, like that which comes when the curtain in a theatre is about to be rung up. People who had been conversing with one another now fixed their attention on the Master's serene face, eager not to lose one word that might fall from his lips. At the sight of Shivanath, the Master cried out joyously, "Ah, here is Shivanath! You see, you are a devotee of God. The very sight of you gladdens my heart. One hemp smoker feels very happy to meet another. Very often they embrace each other in an exuberance of joy." The devotees burst out laughing. Master: Many people visit the temple garden at Dakshineshwar. If I see some among the visitors indifferent to God, I say to them, "You had better sit over there." Or sometimes I say, "Go and see the beautiful buildings." Laughter. Sometimes I find that the devotees of God are accompanied by worthless people. Their companions are immersed in gross worldliness and don't enjoy spiritual talk at all. Since the devotees keep on for a long time talking with me about God, the others become restless. Finding it impossible to sit there any longer, they whisper to their devotee friends, "When shall we be going? How long will you stay here?" The devotees say, "Wait a bit. We shall go after a little while." Then the worldly people say in a disgusted tone, "Well then, you can talk. We shall wait for you in the boat." All laugh. Worldly people will never listen to you if you ask them to renounce everything and devote themselves wholeheartedly to God. Therefore, Chaitanya and Nitai, after some deliberation, made an arrangement to attract the worldly. They would say to such persons, "Come, repeat the name of Hari, and you shall have a delicious soup of magur fish and the embrace of a young woman." Many people, attracted by the fish and the woman, would chant the name of God. After tasting a little bit of the nectar of God's hallowed name, they would soon realize that the fish soup really meant the tears they shed for the love of God, while the young woman signified the earth. The embrace of a young woman meant rolling on the ground in the rapture of divine love. Nitai would employ any means to make people repeat Hari's name. Chaitanya said, "The name of God has a very great sanctity. It may not produce an immediate result, but one day it must bear fruit. It is like a seed that has been left on the cornice of a building. After many days, the house crumbles and the seed falls on the earth, germinates, and at last bears fruit.